If you are not tracking important KPIs in SEO, then you're wasting time and money. Welcome back here at Kapwa Marketing's video channel. Today I want to talk about some important key areas in SEO, key performance indicators, KPIs that you might want to look into in order to track your progress and assess if your SEO campaigns are successful or not. So this is an introduction, and I want to cover 5 important areas and KPIs or areas of metrics where you can judge if you are making progress or not. So as you can see today, I want to show you some metrics that are related to Kapwa Sports. It's one of our websites that we have started a while ago. And the first thing I would always look into when it comes to SEO is, of course, organic traffic. SEO means search engine optimization. You want to optimize a website for search engines so that you can get traffic for free from Google, from Bing, and other search engines that work. And in many cases, it's Google you optimize for, and when you optimize for Google, or let's say Google's search engine, then you might want to use also something like Google's Search Console. So you can see that here we are looking at the last 3 months data that are associated with kapwasports.com, and here when you click on performance, you can see already the top queries that kapwasports.com is being found in Google. And some interesting keywords are, for example, Cairns Ironman. So I wrote an article about the Ironman in Cairns, and Kapwa Sports would be kind of our brand. And we also do have a few rankings for Ironman Cebu 2024 and the marathon. So those are data that you can get for free just by adding your website to Search Console, or I should say verify your domain in Search Console, and then you can have access to this data, which is being collected by Google anyway. Another way to look at organic traffic is, of course, Google Analytics. Maybe just one thing to mention here: when you want to have the Google keywords, or let's say the keywords that are being typed in by users to end on your website, and you want to have this information in Google Analytics, you should go into the admin area here and make sure that your Search Console is linked to your Google Analytics. So as you can see, I haven't linked this yet. So when you click here, you will be basically able to connect it. So organic traffic is number 1. Number 2 would be keyword ranking. So there are some tools out there that we have talked about in the past, for example, Ahrefs and also Semrush. Those are tools that are pretty famous out there. They are not for free, so you gotta have a monthly or yearly subscription, but I can highly recommend it because then you will be able to see much more in terms of keyword ranking. So as you can see here, Semrush is also finding some of the keywords that we have seen in Search Console, like Ironman Cairns, Cairns Ironman 2024, and so on. It found also some other variations, and compared to Semrush, we have Ahrefs here. You can probably also see some slightly different sets of keywords. For example, Busselton Ironman is also here. Number 3 of the KPIs I would look into are backlinks. So backlinks are still very important to my mind. As you can see here, Ahrefs gives you also some information concerning the backlink count. Another thing to consider is that backlinks is not the same as referring domains. So we have 13 referring domains, and from those 13 domains, Ahrefs is counting 14 backlinks. So you can also have a look at the links here in Search Console, which will be oftentimes slightly different. You can see that here is only one referring domain actually that Google Search Console has found. So when you do a link audit and you want to find as many backlinks as possible, then you should probably use Search Console, Ahrefs, Semrush. So maybe we can quickly have a look at how many links Semrush finds for our domain here. Oh, it's actually the wrong domain. Maybe one more tool would be Moz Link Explorer. So you can avail of that for free. I guess you can see some metrics here. So let's see what Moz will find here in our link research tool, kapwasports.com. So Moz finds 3 linking domains, and maybe we will also see from where we have the one link from my personal blog and then 2 others. Backlinks count, of course, is a quantitative metric. I would also consider counting maybe content pages that you have created. That would be another quantitative metric to measure. However, that's maybe not the best way to measure SEO success, to be honest. So backlink count, referring domains count, and if you dig deeper into it, maybe something like domain rating. So we have 0 domain rating. Ideally, you want to have more backlinks from stronger websites with higher domain rating. Or if I want to throw in another tool here, it would be Majestic SEO in the past. Now it's just called Majestic, and as you can see here, you can also get a little bit of information. So Majestic uses trust rank or trust flow and citation flow. What you want to look for is maybe something like 20 to 30 trust flow and or citation flow. Those metrics shouldn't be too much apart. So let's say if you have a trust flow of 30 and a citation flow of 80 or vice versa, then something wrong with the domain. So you want to have something like 2020 or 2025 and upward. Another important metric would be click-through rate and other user behavior metrics. In the past, it used to be bounce rate, or with Google Analytics 4, you have other events like time spent on a certain event. For example, time spent watching a specific video, or scroll depth, or click-through rate in Search Console can also help you to get a better understanding of how your website is doing. So we have an average click-through rate of 1.5%, which is probably a little bit low. So for the most important keywords, you want to have a much higher click-through rate. And my fifth set of KPIs that you want to look into is, of course, revenue or return on investment, SEO, ROI. You want to make sure that your SEO efforts are actually driving revenue. No matter if you start to count the leads and sales created through SEO, but ultimately the most important metric would be, I guess, to look at revenue generated, and then you can have a better idea of how your SEO campaign is doing. So maybe I give you an example. We are optimizing several shops, e-commerce websites in Shopify or on other platforms, and then we have a clear spend. Let's say we optimize the product pages, the category pages for amount X, and we can track the sales that are coming from Google and other search engines, and then we can get an idea how our revenue is compared to our SEO spend. So maybe something like 10% or 20% might be a viable ratio here. Let's say you spend $50 in SEO in order to make 20. I think that's clearly not so good. I hope this gave you a little bit of an idea how to measure SEO success, how to maybe get started with some metrics. We will definitely have some more content around those topics in future. And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask them, write a comment, send an email, shoot us a message via Instagram. And in case you liked this video, please subscribe and of course give us a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and see you again soon.